create a weighted column, click on Create Calculated Column. Calculated columns combine data from multiple columns to help measure performance. Click on Weighted Column. Give the column a name in the column name box. If the name is long, shorten it in the Grade Center name to make it easier to locate in the Grade Center. If needed, enter a description in the description text box. Choose the primary display option that fits your needs. The secondary display is optional. It is only shown in the Grade Center. Select the columns and categories to include in this weighted grade by selecting the column and clicking on the arrow. After your selection is complete, enter the weight percentage for each item. Percentages should add up to 100%. If you prefer, you can also select a category that you would want to include in the weighted column. Categories to select has a list of all categories in the Grade Center. Select Yes and Calculate as a running total to calculate the weight as a running total to include only the items and columns that have been graded. Select No to include all items possible, including those items and columns not graded yet. If you want to include the column in the possible selections of items when creating calculated columns, leave the Include this column in Grade Center calculations selected as Yes, or choose No to exclude it from any calculations. Leave the Show this column to students selected as Yes to let the students see this column in their grades, or change it to No to hide it from your students. It is recommended that you leave the Show Statistics at the default No. Changing it to Yes shows the students the average and median grade of the class. Some students find this confusing because they think it is their grade or their grade average. Click Submit to submit the grade column. Returning to the Grade Center, the weighted column that was just created is not showing. To show this hidden column, click Manage and select Column Organization. As you can see, the weighted total column is hidden. If you would like to show the weighted total column in the gradebook, check the checkbox, click on Show Hide, select Show Selected Columns. The weighted total column no longer shows as hidden. Click Submit. The weighted column is no longer hidden and it is showing in the Grade Center.